Hello guys, today I'm actually going to show you how to make the El Diablo dancing fire effect.
This is our home.
You put that back on yourself.
I'm taking my kids to mom's.
You were taking my kids nowhere.
Whenever I get mad, I lose control. It's just, I know what's gonna happen. Just,
And the kids?
He killed them. Didn't you?
Please allow me to introduce myself. To meet you, hope you guess my name. Oh yeah. I'm a
This is going to be more of a run through than it's going to be a tutorial. And of course, like I promised, the tutorial will be soon. You know, soon after the teaser, not like 2 months or something. But yeah, let's get started. Like you see, I actually filmed myself on my green screen. I filmed this, I think, when I still had vacation. But, well, yeah. And I filmed myself on a green screen. I added the keylight 1.2. If you don't know how to do that, just click this pen, click on your green screen, and then you'll be fine. Then I just added a little curves on my green screen plate. Like you see, I think I just play around with the red, like you see. And already it looks pretty good. Then I added a effect, just type it in here, called misfire. When I turn that on, you see it's like a little more glowy, like you see. I also added a roughen edges, and I think I'm going to add a blur too, just so it can look a little more realistic, you know. Just a camera lens blur will do fine, I think. I think 7 will do just fine, yeah. Well, that is it for this, you know. It's pretty easy. Then why don't I just turn on my footage for a second. Like you see, I just pretended like I had something on my hand. And I could have dragged my hand, but I didn't think about it when I was shooting this, because I didn't have like a marker on my hand, so the tracking didn't go as well. So just like you see, when I go to here, I just click the stopwatch on the position, the rotation, and the scale. Well, not on the scale, like you see, and I just adjusted that to my hand. I also added particular effect. I just created a new solid. Let me just turn it down for a second. I created a mask around here, and I added a particular. Just add a particular. If you search for fire, you will probably find this one too. Like you see. This is just from something else. This is smoke stock footage that I have to make it look a little more realistic and grounded in the real world. At least I tried that. So yeah. And like you see, when I just play the footage a bit, here you can see that my put a glass around it, and that was pretty easy too. Like you see, this is the dancing thingy. Like you see, when I turn it off, you can only see the legs. That's just because I created a mask around my hand, sort of, like you see. And I animated that mask. If you don't know how to do that, just click 2 times on the M. And you can just click this, and you can animate the mask like you want, like if you should see like this. And I just animated that, and it doesn't have to be perfect, because you're like, you know, this looks pretty fake too, but it's just gonna be real fast, like you see. Not in the preview, that's gonna load a lot. Then I just basically, well, like you see, this is a composition of fire. I wanted to do this also with particular, but I didn't think it worked out that well, so I just left this out. These are all the solids from the fire that I had from the footage before. Like, I just used Saber for that. It's a plugin from Video Copilot, you can find it online. And I just used Saber for files like that. And like you see, I also have this one. It's just I just recomposed it a bit, and I added some effects on top of it, and color corrected it out. Like you see, a lot of the final you can see in here. And like you see, I also did this, and that was that hard. I just went to a free software called Blender. You can just find tutorials online how to do that. I just created a plane and some text. I created this effect with just CC Starbest. And also the intro that you saw in the beginning, that was made by a YouTube channel called Jaden Smith. I'm sure it's not a real one, but you know, he's a big fan, the guy from the YouTube channel. And he created this intro for me a long time ago, and I'm sorry I didn't use it. Just forgot it with all the tutorials and stuff, and I'm sorry that this tutorial took so long. And that's also why I decided to, you know, just do a run through of how I did it, so it will be just faster. And I also had a lot of my mind. I went to school again and stuff like that. Well, if you enjoyed this video, you can just, you know, subscribe. I'll put some like 3 boxes in here. And I make visual effects tutorials. I started to do some reaction videos too. I don't know whether you like that, so just go see that and comment whether you like the reaction videos. And also comment what you think of this effect, how I maybe could improve it, and just your ideas on how I can improve this effect. Well, thank you for watching, and bye!